We're not live here.
Got no juice.
No juice. Test, test, test. Up.
Don't have Alan. Alan, you don't hear me. No, because we should be able to hear it in our ears, and we can't hear anything. There we go.
All right. Testing the audio here, Mr. Tom.
Got you loud and clear, reading your 5x5.
All right, a couple little technical difficulties before we got the broadcast live, but we are live and ready to roll with our Regis Red, our RJ Red program versus our RJ White Tier 1 boys in this semi-final contest, 9:15 a.m. start. Your voice recovered, Tom?
Gained a little bit of recovery.
Still the audio's a little low, I think.
Yeah, audio's still a little bit low.
There we go.
There we go.
Much, much better.
Yeah, gained a little bit of recovery time yesterday. Appreciate the time off. Still might be right back where I started by the end of today, as we got a couple of matchups going between the semifinal matchup, red on white, and then, of course, one of these two squads going to be matching up later today for a championship shot at 3 p.m., which we're looking forward to as well.
So our Regis Red program quarterfinal was our RJ Red boys with a score of 4-3 over Chaparral. Give us some highlights on that game.
Well, that was a great battle there as Chap really came to play, and the Raiders ended up scoring late in the third to take a lead, only to see 20 seconds later that lead evaporate to a 3-3 tie with 12 seconds left. Goes to the shootout. Strong performance there from the Raiders as three players were able to make great moves, two of which went in the back of the twine, and Gage Bussey in his normal fashion kept Chap off the scoreboard during the shootout, and the Raiders won the shootout 2-0 for a 4-3 overtime win.
And then our RJ White boys last night, or yesterday, and I'm going to get my days confused here between the 10 or 12 different contests between the two teams. But it was RJ White with a 3-2 victory over Chatfield, and what an incredible contest that was. A frustrating contest. Chatfield came with a very clear plan of really playing in a defensive posture. They locked up the neutral zone defensively, box +1. They really just kept RJ on the perimeter of the offensive zone, and it really frustrated us. They left the points open, a lot of shots from the point, but they got in the lanes, they blocked the shots, and it took us, likewise, down to the very end of the game before I think maybe a few minutes left in the third period. They netted one to tie it up, and they required the last few seconds of the contest before they potted that third goal and skated off for the victory. So two very, very close games in the quarterfinals, and here we are in the semis. So before we get started here, we got two players that we're going to do player highlights, player profiles on today. I think I've got Mr. Jake Filler. Is that correct?
Yes, and I have Drake Woody from the White squad.
So for all our fans of Mr. Jake Filler today, I'm going to hold off to so just stay tuned, and then before the start of the second half of the game, I'm going to do a player profile highlight on him. But to start the game, we're gonna share some highlights on number 44, Drake Woody.
Drake Woody, Regis White Raider, started out his youth hockey organization, began with the Arapahoe Warriors. His favorite NHL player and why, well, like a lot of players, big fan of Nathan McKinnon, big Avs fan, but with Nathan, he loves the speed, the extra gear he has, and just an exciting player to watch, as everyone knows. Drake's favorite post-game meal, can't argue with this, Mexican food. His typical choices would be enchilada, tostito, and fajitas. So apparently he goes with 3 meals in his Mexican post-game meal.
Yeah, I chatted with him yesterday, and that is indeed it. I said, which one of the 3? He said, no, let me clarify. The 3.
All 3. Probably not necessarily the post-game recovery lean protein meal that most coaches want their players taking, but I can't argue with the Mexican food as a choice. Favorite movie, he goes a little obscure, as in my opinion, Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey. Anyone you'd like to say hi to on the broadcast tonight? Well, of course, all of his family out in Michigan, as well as family out in San Diego, his cousins, his aunts, his uncles, and grandparents. Everybody who tunes in here via Shaw, great to give them a shout-out. Drake's current number is 44. His preferred number for the last couple years has been 24, but as long as it has a 4 in it, that's all that matters. He started his hockey career with number 4, and he doesn't want to let it go. So there is your outstanding defenseman there on the White side, Mr. Drake Woody.
That's fantastic. I love that kid. Hard-working defender and again, this is going to be a little confusing, but for our White team. Now, just to make things really complicated, and last weekend we weren't up against this challenge, but am I correct? We have White playing in our White team in the white jerseys. Is that right?
So the red team's in the white jerseys, and the White team's in the red jerseys today. So a little flip-flop. Red, being the number 1 seed on their side of the bracket, gets the home jersey. And so even though we'd probably do better seeing ourselves with red and white in their respective colored jerseys, we're going to get the opposite just to keep you parents and everybody at home honest. Not to mention us, the broadcasters.
Yeah, I'm just going to go on the record as saying that stinks, Tom.
I have a hard enough time when you get all these boys on the ice, and now you're going to make me mess up with colors.
Yeah, I am so glad you're doing the play-by-play. So last time these two teams matched up, there was one penalty in the game. Are we expecting the same today?
Well, we'll see what the refs are calling for tightness here in the semifinal, but I expect a much more hard-fought, now that two teams have played each other head-to-head, I expect there to be a bit more activity today, and we'll see how that shakes out.
Let's play some hockey.
So McBeckville starts out right away here for the red squad. Puck comes onto the sticky, and Beck, he loses it here at center ice, and it gets banged in deep by Bridges for the white squad. And I'm just going to quit going red and white, and I'm just going to give you player names because I'm sure all of you know who's who and who you're following. Puck comes all the way up through center ice, flashing ahead there. Manville tries to get through. Woody pinches him off on the defensive end, but Manville gets it back. Shot gets deflected by Bridges up over the top of the cage, and now in behind. Battle there for Manville. Tries to punch it loose. Mahalik comes across on Woody. Woody feeds it ahead out to neutral zone ice, where it's quickly picked up by Paranjape and dumped back in as Red goes for a change. Press up there. Nice play by Carson Williams to bang it into the boards as he steps up on the pinch. Whipping around the far side, Jake Zeno's pass out ends up getting deflected off a stick. Jake finds it again and bangs it down ice. Glove down at neutral zone ice there by Paranjape. And now it gets tipped into the red zone, played there by Parker Brenner. Carson Williams feathers one up towards the point. Now it's up and out of the zone, knocked in deep there by Trent Schaefer, and the press is on by Brenner. He puts pressure in on Zach Lorenzo, and that creates an opportunity for Schaefer. He loses it on a good stick check play there. And now Holloway comes up in a 2-on-1 there, but Liam McDonald snuffs it out and pushes the puck out to the boards. Holloway loops around with the puck, feeds back down in the corner, cutting out there, shot back to Holloway, score. There's where you see the give and go talents of those players on that white squad.
Let's take a look at the replay. I'm not sure that Lutz didn't mean to carry that puck to the net, and it didn't slip off his stick. It was probably intentional. See if we can get a look at it here. No, it's just it was a pass.
It was a pass.
A beauty pass from Lutz to Holloway. Holloway top shelf, sinks it 1-0 for. I'm going to call it out with the white team and the red jerseys.
So 1-0 early here for White at 15:20 of the first period. Holloway from Lutz back down as Red pushes ahead. White comes up with it, fed off there by Camden Lai, chipped into the zone, tapped loose there on the defensive end, and fed back out by Red as they carry it ahead. Nolan Williams gains the red line and dumps it in deep, in on the forecheck pressure. Far side, Romero's there as he tries to chip it up the far side boards, and White's able to get it out of the zone to neutral zone ice. Chipping back, little odd man rush created, walking in, shot, beautiful save by Gaze Bussey. Now cleared out to the near side boards. That was loose in the crease. Red able to chip it ahead, gets out of the zone. Oh, that was out, and you know it. But it goes chip back in deep. Played in there by Ryan Williams. Carson Williams able to pick that up. Plays it up to the point out at the blue line. Pressure coming as they wheel. Can't get the puck in, and now we have turnover and back down low. Gleason shoots it across. Deflection coming off the sticks of Max Myhill. Myhill can't quite get it on net. Puck chipped out and all the way down ice for an icing by the Red Raiders. We'll go Red Raiders and White Raiders. I think that's just going to be easier for me to go with today.
So, Tom, 3 minutes into the first period, and we've had 3 odd man rushes for the white team already. Well, go ahead, yep.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I think neutral zone ice turnovers like that are really going to be a danger. And I think structure for Red is going to be important defensively. And we already had the breakdowns on a couple occasions that cost them a goal.
So we'll see if the Red boys can do a course correction here. A little more careful in the neutral zone. Keep their 2 guys back. That F3 is going to have to stay back a little bit. Eliminate those odd man rushes because the white team is just lethal on those odd man rushes. They get a 2-on-1, a 3-on-1. They're going to connect on those more often than not.
Here comes the puck up ice as White gets it ahead. Nice slip there, move by Caden Balatbat. Feeds it down low. Shot across by Zeno. Beautiful sliding save from Bussey. Now Zeno goes back to the point for Woody. Woody slapper. Can't be deflected there as Caden was looking for the redirect. Instead, a shot comes from the far side boards. Swallowed up by Bussey and held at 13:36.
I think Woody's shot from the point was kind of more a shot / pass. Looking for the guy in the back door.
Yeah, if they could have gotten that deflection off the back door, it would have been a nice opportunity. Good heads-up play there. Parker Brenner comes out, take the face-off here against Zeno. Zeno slips a man, comes down in, picks it up himself off the face-off, in back behind the boards. Paranjape working there. Zeno can't control. Able to be knocked up and out of the zone there by Edison Barnes as he comes in on the forecheck for the Red Raiders. Fed all the way through the middle. Paranjape able to chip that ahead. Edison just out of his reach, or he would have had a chance to break in offensively. Instead, Bridges corrals the puck and loops around far side, bangs it out of the zone. Chips off a couple sticks and back down low into the Red Raiders zone. Played back up here for Carson Williams at his own blue line. Chipped ahead, goes off the glove of Bridges and all the way down and in behind the cage. Brenner on the forecheck tries to force that free. Played on the far side boards by Woody. Nice slip move by Holloway, and he's going to break in. Shoots well high over the top of the bar and out onto the far side. Holloway moving well here early.
Oh, Holloway came to play today. You can see it. He's got an extra gear.
Yep, and here it comes as Red gets a change. Coming around near side, Camden Lai backhands it ahead. Off of Lutz's stick, but knocked down nicely there by Carson Williams at the blue line. Back into the other end zone. Play picked up by Jake Filler. Just so you know, lineup adjustment. Jake Crowell back in the lineup for Red as he hits his first game back after a head injury that knocked him out for about 5 games. So good to see Jake back in the lineup there as he's playing D here for the Red Raiders. Puck comes loose. Filler has it on the near side board. Chips it to himself. Knocks it up, but not out. Lorenzo keeps it in briefly. Now Lorenzo has to regroup and dump it in as the rest of White Raiders touch up.
And that was Crowell you were talking about, right?
Crowell, yes.
Jake
Crowell.
I think I might have heard you say Filler, but I probably misheard.
Filler on the near side board playing, yeah. So good to see him back. And now Filler playing the puck here at the blue line. Gets it up and out. Red trying to get control here through the neutral zone. Now a loose puck. Carter Schick on the forecheck was hoping to read the pass there, but Romero smartly held it and gained space as the breakup comes onto the stick of Holloway. Slap shot from Romero goes right of the net there, through a little bit of traffic. Puck comes up, not out of the zone. Red chips it ahead off the boards, comes up onto the stick of Mahalik as he pushes ahead, flips it in, takes it around Holloway, but then loses it on a good recovery by Holloway to get a stick down.
What a pass by Romero.
Romero breaking out onto the stick of Dembeck. Dembeck swings wide. He's got Myhill with him, but covered well, shot forced that Bussey holds.
Romero back in the lineup after being out of the game yesterday. Sounded like he had maybe a bad meal that didn't sit well with him. He was out for the contest yesterday. He's back in today's. What incredible patience there. So he's back in the far right corner. He beats one man. Not only just sends it right away, but here's Waters. There you go. But just patience with that outlet pass and finds this guy's screaming through the neutral zone.
In stride on the tape. Yep. Such an effective tool on the breakout for this White squad. Puck's now on the far side board, taps off a stick of Dembeck and into the bench. That should be a face-off outside the zone if the linesman gets it right. But he won't.
We'll see if there's some collaboration here. But
yeah, that should have been outside the zone as Dembeck knocked that in the bench.
See how confused the refs get today with 2 Regis teams on,
yeah.
on the ice.
So puck back up to the point. Waters has it, decides to go down the boards. Probably had a lane to shoot there.
Yeah.
But instead feeds it down the boards. Comes around near side for Brenner. Parker Brenner for the Red Raiders. Tries to backhand across. It gets chipped and checked. Stick check, so Carter has to dump it up the boards. Kept in nicely from the point and into the glove of Bussey. As Ryan Williams, keeping it in, fired one high down low, and Bussey held it with White Raider players down in the crease area. So 10:29 first period. Early goal for the White Raiders takes the 1-0 lead. Face off for Gleason. Gleason wins it ahead, but it ends up onto Paranjape's stick. He feeds it around for Trent Schaefer. Through the feet of Parker Brenner, back up to neutral zone ice. Red Raiders going to need to get sharper with their breakout passes as the pressure from this White squad can become relentless with those kinds of turnovers in the neutral zone. Ryan Williams walks up, fires low into the body, and Bussey and Gage just finds that through traffic. Holds it, no rebound.
Nice shot by Williams. He again, patience with the shot. He waited until there's some noise out front. A great save by Bussey. Bussey's had a pretty good tournament, hasn't he?
Gage has been great. Super sharp throughout. 10:07 first period. 1-0 White Raiders. Face-off back, won by Red. Got fed around the far side boards. Manville there in a battle with Caden Blatbat. Caden picks that one up, but then knocked free there. Now it's down in deep. Good poke check there by Kroll. And now it comes on to Paranjapi on the near side. He has a stretch reach, but just misses Manville there. And Woody makes a nice job controlling that at neutral zone ice. It's in the feet here, close to the Red Raider blue line. Backhanded by Kroll out for Mahalik, who nice touch pass up there for Manville. Goes back for Mahalik, but it gets up in the skates, deflected behind, and he couldn't control. Zeno comes up with it, wheels in his own far side corner, finds room at the neutral zone ice, walks in, quick shot, gets one on, and I believe Red just got their first shot on net.
I think so. I was just going to call that out. The shots are certainly tilted in one direction. It was nice to see Filler break down the right side there and get the first shot on net for the Red team.
Zlot awake and able to hold that puck and force a face-off at 8:44.
Got to test him.
More shots to the net, obviously going to be the word of the day for Red as they want to get some opportunities and look for that greasy rebound down low. Instead, White still pushing the pace of play here as they get one out through the neutral zone. That gets tipped off a stick and ends up coming up by Holloway. Holloway feeds that back to the point. Good slip move there by Lutz. Shot gets blocked. Now saved there, made by Bussey, and it's loose on the side. Holloway comes up with it. Back out to the point for Lorenzo. He feeds it near side for Romero. His pass back is in the feet of Lorenzo. Does a great job, though, getting it down low, and it gets bumped into the corner. Red comes up with it, flips it up high and out of the zone to neutral zone ice. Filler out on the forecheck there, but White immediately back. Tries to feed it in deep, but it goes off the leg of Lutz, and now they have to regroup. Forecheck pressure coming from Carter Schick. Romero feeds one ahead, and now Lutz holds a man off, gets past Carter, and shoots one high up under the bar. Beautiful goal from Carter Lutz on the feed from Holloway. And Lutz puts one up under the bar that Bussey had no chance on as he made his way around Carter to make it 2-0 at 7:49 of the first.
Just a talented kid. Right from the blue line in, he angled his guy off, one hand on the stick, kind of leans into it, pulls it back in, and just a snipe. Bar down, 2-0 for the RJ White team.
Right squad. The White Raiders go up early. Puck comes near side for Ryan Williams. He goes back far side there as Waters goes through the middle, sets up Edison Barnes, who picks that pass off and comes down the boards, goes around through Waters, comes up with the puck in the corner. Stick had come loose there for Gleason. He retrieves his twig. And now pushing through, Barnes still working in behind the cage now in a battle there with Ryan Williams. Loose there for Trent Schaefer. Throws one across. Good look across for Paranjape, who is down low. And Trent gets back to cover at the points. Push wide here as good back-checking work there by the Red Raiders to prevent an odd man rush when Paranjape was down deep. Jape goes ahead, works forward into the zone. Parker Brenner in support comes up with the puck, slips in behind the cage. Brenner goes out on the far side, battling, cycles there with Mahalik. Mahalik waits, feeds it across, finds Schaefer. Schaefer tries to feed it out front, but that gets stick-checked and is loose. And Mahalik sweeps through to pick it up. Now on the body with Gleason, backhanded across, looking for Brenner cutting. Parker loses it in his feet there, feeds out for Mahalik, one-timer, fans, goes wide as he couldn't quite get good wood on it, but a great idea there from Brenner to Mahalik. Taps off Mahalik's stick back in the zone. Waters has room to pick it up, feeds it out near side for Dembeck. Cut through the middle, perfect setup for Zeno, and Zeno goes 5-hole as the D gets split. And the Red D, getting on their heels there, allows Zeno with that quick step through the middle, splits the D, comes in unmolested, and no chance for Bussey on Jake Zeno's goal to take it to 3-0.
Yeah, that puck made its way from deep in the D zone to the far side, probably within a second and a half, and that breakout was quick. Another break-in for the White team. 3-0 score here with 6:25 to go in the first.
Well, this is a classic example of the skill level that White brings to their lineup.
It's relentless. You got the Zeno line that comes out there.
If you do not defend this squad through the neutral zone, you are going to be seeing a hurt put on throughout the day.
Yeah.
And you're also catching a team that's coming off of a very lackluster effort, in their opinion, against a squad that they felt they should never have had such a tight matchup with yesterday. So now you're getting their effort that you would normally expect to see, and Red so far has not been the beneficiary of that. Well, here we go as the puck's back down in the red zone. There was no icing there because I think it was fed off of a red stick. Carson Williams and Kroll in a battle. Puck gets picked up by Zeno. Zeno stretches around onto the far side, hands that one off and down for Woody, who's cutting. As Woody scissored down low, puck gets pinched off, so he has to give it up. Carson Williams feeds it all the way around the near side, out of the reach of Kroll. Shot from the point from Bridges gets deflected, but goes wide of the net. Still kept in by Red as Woody throws one in on Bussey, who holds it for a face-off to his left at 5:20.
And Tom, that's what I was saying earlier. You got the Zeno line. When they go for a line change, you may, from a red team standpoint, think, okay, we accomplished what we were looking for. We killed off a minute shift, and then the Holloway line jumps on, and again, it's just relentless. If they start on time, it's tough to contain those top two lines.
We shall see where the energy comes from for the Red squad, but I think it's fairly easy to think that this next goal for them is imperative.
Yeah.
At 3-0 down, 5 minutes left, first period. Lutz cuts to the middle. Nice defensive play by Jake Filler. Knocks the puck off his stick. Breaking ahead is Schick. Goes off a skate and wide, but Lutz back checking well. Picks that puck up and takes it in behind. Stolen back by Schick. He waits, backhands it, goes off a stick wide. Stepping up is Matthew Carter. Carter's shot deflects off a stick and goes well wide of the cage. In behind, Romero battling, taps it loose. Schick bringing the energy for Red, as the Red Raiders need something here to develop. Nolan Williams in there with Schick, but it gets fed out to the far side, and Camden Lai, little touch pass out, breaks out, and down comes Dembeck. Shot in, held.
That was Holloway.
Oh, sorry, Holloway,
yep.
Excuse me. And shot gets held there by Bussey, as he had Holloway on his right and Romero breaking in from the point on the left.
And let's not discount the fact that we got a lot of skill on this Red team as well. We got the McBeckville line. We should see a little better forecheck out of them. We see Perrin Joppy on his last shift that decided that offense was more important than defense at this point in time.
And Carter Schick has found his game here in this second tournament of the year, and Carter's always dangerous as he plays with Filler out there. So we'll see what they can generate, but right now they got to get off their heels, and Red Raiders need to start pushing the play. There's a steal there and a turnover onto the stick of Brenner. Parker fires into the body and held there by Logan Zlot, with no rebound, as two men were on the doorstep waiting for that puck to slide free. A little bit better example there of what the Red squad can do when they get set up in the offensive zone. Face-off won by Brenner. Back to the point for Liam McDonald. McDonald fires one in, again held with no rebound, as Damrath was coming in.
We're starting to see more shots from the Red team now. Keep the shots low, get some rebounds, drive the net.
Parker again in the face-off, tapped free by Red. Parker going down below, but a nice pickup there by Gleason. Taps that free, comes off to the near side, breaking out. Dembeck walks down, shot in. It's off the body, but then covered as Gage had the angle cut down. And at 3:48, face-off here in the Red Raiders zone.
Dembeck with 2 of the goals in last night's contest, and what a beauty in that very last one with a one-timer on the right side.
Yeah. That tying goal was a beaut. Shot through traffic low. Nice play by Williams, but easy stick save made by Bussey. Puck gets fed all the way back down to the White Raiders zone. Play to the near side board for Dembeck. Backhands it ahead through the neutral zone, looking for a cutting Gleason. Gleason wins the battle with McDonald, gets all the way down ice. Pinched in behind the boards, waiting. In slides Dembeck for a shot, but that got the stick deflected and went high over the top of the net. Dembeck back on the puck, feeds it back down low for Gleason. McDonald in, fed out front there as Max Myhill was trying to get a tick in front. Step up kept in there by Bridges. And the puck gets fed off to the far side by the Red Raiders and carried up by Carson Williams. He slips through the middle, walks down around a man, steps around, stick check there by Bridges, but still threw hard through the crease, but no stick down there for Trent Schaefer to try to get the deflection. Instead, glove down by Perrin Joppy at the point, decides to carry it in, goes around Woody down to the far side corner, feeds it around to the near side boards, no one home there as Beck can't get across, as the McBeckville line finding its way back out. Back is Perrin Joppy as he wheels and dumps it back in low on Zlot, held and then played, as there's room there to hand that one off for Bridges and keep the puck moving. Far side Woody gets picked up by Beck, turns it around down low, Mahalik slides in, steps up, stick lift there on Bridges, but good body position, forces the puck to the near side. Beck comes up and retrieves, feeds it across the middle, but behind Avery Osgood, who's been in the lineup there. Now we got a 2-on-1 going the other way. Crowell across, tipped though by Zeno. Can't get good wood on it. Now he does a stick lift there on Crowell. Crowell goes in the corner strong. Zeno comes out with it, slips off a skate, slapped at by Lorenzo, but doesn't get good wood on it. And out goes Osgood, defeated ahead into the skates of the linesman, who does a good job defending there. Puck battle there at center ice. Osgood kicking at it, as is Beck trying to work it free. Ends up coming loose for Crowell. He hands it off for Filler, but it goes off a skate back into the zone. Knocked out quickly there by Carson Williams. Beck, late in his shift, wheels on the puck. Williams takes it, feeds it ahead. Filler dumps it in deep. Beck will go for his change. And the Raiders will come in. Red Raiders will come in trying to forecheck pressure there by Filler. Filler does a good job stepping up. Doesn't realize he'd pressured Romero to turn it over. Puck ends up flipping out through two players and onto the stick of Holloway. Holloway has it. Defended well there, but still controls the puck. Hands that one off for Camden Lai. Shot ends up deflecting off a skate. Goes right to Romero. And a bad bounce there for Bussey, who looks frustrated as that puck deflects off a skate, comes right onto the stick of Romero, and it's up in the corner. Bussey, victim of a couple of bounce/turnovers that have gone against him here to make it 4-0.
Romero was sneaking in that backside the entire time. I think he was hoping for a pass, but in the absence of a pass, he got the deflection and a great scoring chance from a right point there.
So a test here just as much for the Red Squad as for the Red Squad coaching staff, as Tucci and the young Woodley are on the bench coaching the Red Squad. Coach Ott is over with the White Squad. So we'll see what Grant Woodley and Tooch can do to regroup here for the second period with their Red Raiders down 4-0.
Yeah, and the Red Raiders, they're getting offensive time. They're just not getting the shots through, or if they do, they're not getting any traffic in front. And I'm going to guess that's going to be a message to them in the intermission, which is in 54 seconds.
Face-off win down in the skates of Edison Barnes. Can't control. Liam McDonald tries to kick that ahead for Red, but good step-out defensive play coming from Lutz. Puck still, though, stays in the white zone. Down goes Barnes into the corner. Defended there by Williams. Ryan Williams, again, picks the puck up. Does a good job feeding around the far side boards. Pinch coming from Carter. Keeps it in, though, for Brinner. Brinner has no one out front that he wants to feed one there, but Barnes was late getting there. And here comes that transition again of White. As a cutting ahead there was Ryan Williams jumping up in the play with Lutz and Lai. Now Lutz has it. Feeds it down hard off the boards, goes through Lai, comes all the way around the near side. Room there for the Red Raiders to pick it up. Crossing pass from McDonald goes off a leg. Liam has to regain control.
Good job, McDonald.
Carries it ahead. Tries to slip by Ryan Williams and can't. And time expires as Lutz brings the puck ahead and shoots late after the buzzer.
Generally speaking,
not very well appreciated, Mr. Lutz.
No. Generally speaking, that's going to draw a crowd. And maybe
playing somebody other than your Red Raider partners may have gotten you a little second period attention for that move.
They might not even have waited for the next period. Amongst friends, perhaps that can pass.
I expect to see Gage Bussey's stick somewhere closer to Lutz next time he's in the crease, though. I don't think Gage appreciates that coming from anybody. So down 4-0 to start the second. Even though you've got to think about it from an offensive zone perspective for Red, the other thing I think the Red Raiders need to clean up even more so is defense through the neutral zone. Their D have been pressing up offensively, which I'm sure is important, especially with someone like Paranjape on the back end. But that's where the odd man rushes have come from. You've got three forwards down deep. You get a D pressing up. The stretch pass breakout is just too strong from the White Squad.
Well, and you just said it, and I've called that out in the previous contest, as that's certainly part of the makeup of the Regis program. They like the, beat one guy down low. So if the D's got possession, you can get past one guy, you automatically make it a 5-on-4. The odds are in your favor. Their wingers break out quickly. Their centers curl quickly. That puck moves from the far deep parts of our D zone to the speedy forwards flying through the neutral zone faster than most teams we see at this level.
Yeah.
And so, to your point, you can't get back on your heels. You got to make sure that Your gap control is of paramount importance, and you got to just eliminate those odd man rushes. That means F3's got to stay high. You got to be part of the defensive makeup, and keep those, like I said, the odd man rushes to a minimum.
Yeah.
How many of those goals were on odd man rushes there? I think with the exception of maybe one backdoor play by Romero.
Yeah.
The balance of them were 2-on-1s and 3-on-1s or breakaways. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fix that part of the game. And as I indicated, our Red Raiders, they had some offensive zone pressure. They had their fair share of time in the offensive zone to, like I said, just get the shots through and follow it to the net, look for the rebounds, and get some dirty ones.
Well, there's plenty of opportunities here at just the start of the second.
And I'm wondering, do we have a penalty here for the White Raiders?
Looks like, I don't know who's on the far side. That's Caden Blatbat. I'm not sure.
He's drawn up some plans on the whiteboard, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Caden's doing over on the other side bench. Looks like he might be heading through. And then he had some words there for Tucci, I think.
I think he might be in the box.
Interesting, though, that we're even strength as we come out to play, though.
Or is he pulling his jersey off?
They're going to switch him to the white side?
We're seeing a trade.
We had a mid-season trade or mid-game trade. Yeah. Well, the puck comes up, cutting ahead, fed across there by by Bridges as he goes down hard in the end boards. Now taken up at the point, backhanded down low by Woody onto the stick of Bridges. Tries to stretch and get a cross-ice pass, but no room there as Red takes control there. Puck gets banged off the boards into the open door of the bench. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off.
So we'll see if we can pick up here what number Blatbat's going to be wearing. Oh, you know what? He's not.
No.
There's an injury of some sort. Yeah, they wouldn't be trading the players.
No, not at all.
Our confusion. So what's happened here is Blatbat has made his way over to the other bench, and we've got some of our coaches that I think have doctorates, and they're doctors. They can certainly help out any injuries.
Taking a look at a shoulder, it looks like. So we'll see what shakes out there for Caden. That was a little bit more in jest talking about a mid-game trade. But yeah. As we come ahead, Red breaking down. Carson Williams carries it into the zone, throws one back towards the crease. It's loose out front. And this is where bodies need to go to the net.
Yeah.
Because when you get that rare opportunity to see a loose puck, someone's got to be there to bang that home for Red and get some energy going with the first tally of the game here in the second. But 16:04, still down 4-0. Red face-off, one back up. Played down low by Nolan Williams. Chips it in. Controlled there by Schick. Looks across. Stick check there by Zeno. Zeno backhands it around to the far side boards. Creates some space for Romero. Romero takes it up. Slips through one man. Cuts back out to the middle. Pushes around Schick and then feeds it up high. Tap pass through the legs by Zeno. Right onto the stick of Cameron Blatbat. Shot in. Stick save aside, but loose from Bussey. Now back in low. Puck is loose there. Carson Williams backhands it out nicely there. Schick comes up with it, pushes ahead, tries to tap one through, but Filler was going for a change late in his shift. He was looking for Filler to create a scoring opportunity on a rush there. Dumped all the way back in low. Carson Williams, good job against Zeno to control that puck. Backhands ahead, but Romero bangs it right back in. Williams has to control there, feed it through the middle, doesn't get it out to Barnes. As a nice step up by Holloway to pick that off and keep it in. Holloway takes the puck. Man on a mission down the corner. Holloway loops in behind the cage. Pushed off the puck there by Carter Schick. He plays him. Yep. And now picked up on that forced off play onto the stick of Trent Schaefer, who's able to gain the red line and backhand it in deep to go in on the forecheck against Lorenzo. No forecheck pressure behind. No puck support there. So the work by Schaefer first goes awry. But a nice pickup by Edison Barnes to keep it in there at the point then by Matthew Carter. Barnes battling down in the corner. Ends up being picked up by Schaefer, who reverses. Two men give him attention. He's able to pass that off for Barnes. Barnes loops around, has room to get it to the point of Paranjape. Shot from Paranjape, deflected down there by Barnes, and then just went wide of Zlot. Barnes in behind again, but the puck ends up getting picked up by White, whimmed around the boards and out of play.
Great patience by Paranjape there, and the one thing I love to see is you had three guys drive the net on that shot, and that's how you're going to create the scoring chances. You're looking for those rebounds, those deflections, and if not that, then a good screen.
Better start here to the second period for Red.
No doubt.
But still, bagel on the scoreboard. Face off, Beck feeds that back. Skellerud's in there. Skellerud battling down low along with Beck for that puck in the far side corner. Comes loose for Beck on the half boards. He controls, goes back to the point for Paranjape. Bouncing puck, he has to try to backhand it in, and now it comes up and out to neutral zone ice. Tossed in deep there off the stick of Myhill for White. Backhanded around by Carter, far side for Skellerud. He gets pinched off in the corner, and the turnover goes on the White Raider stick. Fed up to Waters at the point. Blocked nicely out at the point of attack there by Manville, but then chipped in deep by Ryan Williams. Paranjape comes up with the puck behind his own net, wheels out on the near side and breaks ahead. Has some room to skate, feeds up the stretch pass there through Manville, tipped in deep and behind. No icing. Waters back behind his own net, plays it out the near side. Manville pressuring there on Gleason, and Skellerud in support as well as Beck. Beck steps in on Waters. Waters, good job on the body to tie up Beck, but Skellerud in support tries to chip that free. Comes loose just outside of the reach of Skellerud, banged out of the zone by Ryan Williams and up to neutral zone ice. Paranjape comes near side, feeds that over for Williams out of his reach, so he ends up having to go far side and ends up getting dumped all the way back down into the Red Raider zone. Full line change coming for White. All the way up to the point for Skellerud. Tried to hand that one off for Carter Schick, but he can't find it, and now it's loose at the neutral zone and onto the stick of Zeno, cutting ahead at the blue line, walks by and shoots a shot that gets deflected up into the screen, I believe off of the stick of Paranjape.
Mr. Caden Blabat did ultimately leave the opponent's bench, and he headed over to the locker room. He had his jersey wrapped around his shoulder there. It looks like a right shoulder injury of some sort.
Hope you're all right there, Caden. Zeno will take the face-off here for the White Raiders. One back to the point for Drake Woody. He goes cross ice. Bridges pass down low looking for Cameron Blabat.
Good job by
Instead, it
Williams.
comes up. Good D there. Dumped in by Osgood in behind. Backhanded up the near side board by Bridges. Kept in at the point by Carson Williams. Bangs it hard off the boards. Carson takes it, fires it down low. In short for Schick. Shot, score! And there is the hands of Carter Schick to get the first goal for the Red Raiders. Beautiful setup from Carson Williams. Stays with it at the point and gets the feed down low. Up under the bar. Beautiful shot there from Carter Schick.
Yep, and once again we got Schick left all alone. Behind the D. Sharp pass. Not much Bussy can do there. 5-0 for
no, Zlot. Oh. Was that Zlot?
Zlot, sorry,
or
yes.
did they switch out?
Oh,
no, did they switch out? Is that Miller that just came in? Is that Ryan Miller that just came in?
He might have, yeah.
That doesn't look
and
like
I had
Logan.
That backwards, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's now 4-1.
4-1, you're right.
At 12:17 of the second period, Zeno slips aside, gets taken down, kicks that puck into the net. No goal as the net comes off.
So in the other semifinal across the rink here, we've got the Valor Eagles up against Castleview. And at this point in the game, I'm looking over at Mr. Mike Shaw, I think second period? Zam break, so it is in the second period. And it's a 4-1 lead for the Valor Eagles.
So we got matching 4-1 leads here in the semifinal matchups. This side just a few minutes behind as we're only at 12:10 of the second period. Zeno comes in, wins the face-off back to the point for Bridges. His shot goes in on Bussy. Rebound given up. Another loose puck, saved by Bussy. Now Bridges again shoots one low. That never gets through. Zeno backhands it up and in the net. As the loose pucks are not being controlled. Losing audio. No, you just cut me off. Not sure if the folks out there can hear us now. But there we go.
Thank you.
Zeno finds the loose puck on the far side of the net, backhands it quickly up and in with the great hands of Jake Zeno. Takes it to 5-1 and reestablishes the 4-goal lead.
Yep.
Defensively, Red needs to get those loose pucks cleared out, but rebound control here, probably not where Gage you normally see with a Gage Bussy. But the onslaught of White continues as they push it to 5-1. Mahalik bangs that loose for Manville. Now comes up on Romero. Romero turns it over for Mahalik. He kicks it into the zone deep off the stick of Holloway. All the way down goes Romero to feed it up the boards here for Gregory. Mahalik taps that loose, but then Holloway chips it around the boards up and out. Good step-out play without taking the penalty there by Carter, as Matthew made sure that Holloway didn't get a break of his own. Now fed ahead, Gregory knocks that down, but Alex can't control. Holloway walking through the defender there, but can't get around McDonald. Liam does a good job standing up Sean as he tries to control. Now Sean hands that one off for Lutz. Lutz gets sticks checked there by Manville, and it ends up on a red stick up and out. Pick up there by Beck. Beck swings wide, tries to go across through the crease or through the middle there for Manville, misses Michael. Oh, and then that flutter pass ends up getting loose and behind Mahalik. Beck fires it down into the glove of Miller, who holds it outside the side of the net.
So to make things more confusing for you, again, red and white wearing the opposite jerseys, flipping sides, changing goalies. We are putting you to the test. Yes.
Well, here we go as Carter Schick's line steps in. Face off there against Gleason. One and quickly flashing ahead was Dembeck, but not out of the zone. Good job keeping it in briefly there by Red, but now Myhill has it at his own blue line. Breaks out, feeds that one off for Gleason. Andrew feeds it ahead, but ends up on the stick of Crowell defending for the Red Raiders. Crowell gets forecheck there by Dembeck. Brief turnover, but Crowell gets it back and feeds it out on the far side. Osgood tries to go through the middle, able to get it onto a on-rushing Paranjape. Paranjape waits, back pass there, ends up on the stick of Nolan Smith. Good poke check there by Myhill, as Myhill makes a good defensive play and creates a break opportunity for Cameron Balapat. Way to get back there by Crowell as he shields him out wide, and the shot gets deflected, goes up and over and into the corner. Myhill digging there against Paranjape. Puck comes loose to the near side. Crowell's there alone briefly with some open space, and he feeds it all the way on far side for Carter Schick. Schick waits, slips a man easily, cuts to center ice. 3-on-2 developing for Red as the Red Raiders wait. Positionally, Osgood too close there, doesn't get the pass on the stick, and instead Zeno takes it himself, breaks all the way and feeds it across. Nice little give and go there. Excuse me, a little slide pass there for Ihaya, but Connor can't quite get the shot off as he had some room there on the short side. Now turned over for Balapat. He bangs at it once, twice, finally covered by Bussey.
On that last 3-on-2 for the Red Boys, a long shift. Our trailer tailed off and went for a line change, which really eliminated the opportunity. So would have liked to have seen him just finish the play.
Yeah.
And if needed, especially with the a 4-goal deficit, just finish the play. You got tired of the legs. If it creates an odd man rush the other way, so be. We need scoring right now for the Red team.
Yeah, Carter Schick makes a great rush there and then had nowhere to go with that puck. He needed options. Shot from the point deflects wide of the net down low, coming off the stick of Bridges. Picked up there by Edison Barnes through the middle for Red, trying to break out and going around Bussey is going around Woody is Luke Damrath. He gets shielded off nicely there by Woody. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone, played by a fresh Caleb Dobbins at his own blue line, and now onto the stick of Parker Brenner for the Red Raiders. He flips one through the middle, just outside of the reach of Edison Barnes. Barnes can't control, and instead it gets stumped all the way in by Holloway down deep into the red zone. Backhanded around the near side boards there by Carson Williams. Damrath comes down, can't control. Pressure from Holloway is immediate. In support there also Camden Live for the white side. Camden comes up with it, digs it out, waits, hands off there for Holloway, backhand out front, pad save, loose, but picked up by Red, stretched out of the zone, off of a white stick and down, no icing there, never reaches the end line. Woody has to go back to his own end to control. Forces the turnover, there's Damrath onto the stick of Mahalik. He reverses on the half board, waiting, gets the puck down for Brenner. Brenner has it in behind. Parker slips near side, feeds back from Mahalik. He can't quite get through Bridges. Now Mahalik's stick lifts on Lutz, takes it, feeds it out front, but Brenner just vacated the area. Instead, it ends up on the stick of Holloway. White escapes, gets out on with Lutz coming on. Lutz tries to swing past McDonald, gets a great effort shot there, and a beautiful save by Bussey as Lutz does get around and gets the shot on at 8:13.
And I think that's going to be the midpoint of the second period. We got at least Bussey's calling it anyways. He says, that's enough for me.
He's like, let's go to the locker room.
We're taking a break.
And let's chat.
I believe he might have just said, Zam break, ref. And that's exactly what he gets.
So halfway point here, second period, 8:13 left, 5-1 White in a dominant fashion for the first half of this contest.
All right, we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes for the second half of the game. See you in a little bit.
wish I could go to different goals. I was thinking about that all the time. It's good to see that one little 2 minute.
Such a test.
All right, Tom, as the players get ready to get back on the ice and get the second half of the game started with 8:13 left in the second period, I'm going to take a minute and share a player profile highlight here on number 34, Jake Filler. We'll see what you think of his answers. Had a fun conversation with Jake yesterday, and we'll move forward here with Mr. Filler's highlight, or his profile. His youth hockey organization, no surprise to anybody, I think we all know this. He played up in Steamboat Springs, or the Steamboat Stampede. I'm going to ask you, Tom, to guess who his favorite NHL player is.
Nathan McKinnon?
Good guess. I may eliminate that question from the profiles altogether.
Or change it to other than Nathan McKinnon.
That's
How about
right.
that?
That's right. So his favorite NHL player is Nathan McKinnon. I asked him why. He said he loves his speed, loves his leadership. He brings it to every game and started doing that from day number 1 in the NHL. His favorite post-game meal, a man after my own heart here, a steak dinner. How he likes it, medium rare.
Perfect.
His favorite movie. This is the second time amongst our Regis Raiders that this one's come up, and it's The Hangover, and he was very specific with the first one. Anyone he wants to say hi to on tonight's broadcast, he said to say hi to Nana, Ozzy Grandma, Kelly, Sean, Miranda, Lexi, Harry, and Jody and Jason. I know that there's that Ozzy Grandma piece of it. He's got lots of family in Australia. They're going to be waking up to this game because I think this game started at around 1:30 a.m. their time.
Whoa.
Then lastly, Jake's current number is 34. His preferred number, either 98 or 15. How did he not get 98? Well, that's because Holloway took his number. How did he not get 15? And that's because Lutz took his number. I asked him why the number 15, and this is a cool one. He said because he loved watching Shane Ott skate with that number.
That's great.
Isn't that awesome? Kind of tied back to our Raiders program. So I'll let you take it from here. Back to action.
Well, here we go as we start up the second half of the second period. 8:13 left on the clock. McBeckville comes out, going up against Gleason and Dembeck's line. Now the puck's won there by White, thrown in down low. Myhill can't quite find it on the deflection. Sweeping through instead is Beck as he pushes ahead. Mahalik with him. Gets dumped all the way in deep, sticked and then held by the netminder as players were coming in hot towards the crease there looking for a rebound.
We were talking in the intermission. What a challenge it is for the Red Raiders here. They're short Armitage, short Miller. Crowell back for the first time after, 4 or 5 games?
Yeah.
They're up against a big challenge tonight with a few of their top talents out of the lineup as well.
Played from the top end there, dumped in by Liam McDonald, slowed up there by Miller. Mahalik comes in, stick checks the puck, gets knocked up into the air. Fed off the near side boards there, but missed there by Max Myhill. From the point, shot goes well wide there off the stick of Liam McDonald. Backhanded up and out of the zone by the White Raiders. All the way down goes McDonald at his own end. He pulls up, waits, should be able to skate ahead, but good forecheck pressure forces the turnover onto the stick of Dembeck, who shoots it high up over the top of Bussey.
It's a rare mistake by Mr. McDonald with that turnover.
And actually, I think we have a goaltending change for Red as well, as the second half is going to be played by Elijah Hernandez in net for the Red Raiders squad. Puck gets turned over at neutral zone ice, but picked up by Dembeck. He flashes on, waits, shoots into the glove of Hernandez. He holds and forces a faceoff at 6:59 of the second period.
Now again, we're keeping you on your toes here, Tom.
Face-off here for Carter, or excuse me, yes, for the, is at the Carter Schick line. Filler did step out, deflected the shot coming from the point from Ryan Williams, went up into the screen.
Take a peek there, yep, Schick.
Schick taking the face-off, Filler on his left. So that should be Nolan Williams on his right.
Correct, yep.
Going up against the Zeno line, with Connor Ihaya coming in to play some time on that line, along with Caden Balabat. Puck comes up to the point, slips through Waters at the point, back out to neutral zone ice. Dumped in deep. Should have probably been an icing on Miller, but I guess he got the, or excuse me, on Williams, but it got across the line. Puck gets deflected up high. Zeno taps it loose and goes to the half boards, backhands it down low, looking for Ihaya. Ends up on the stick of Carson Williams. Carson waits, feeds it up on the far side boards in the feet of Filler. He tries to chip it ahead. Zeno standing tall, keeps it in the zone. And now we have a whistle as the door again bangs open from the bench. Second time in this contest that's happened on the white bench during the course of play.
Let's take a look at that handle. I know Liam said that one of the benches was having a little trouble in the prior game, so I'm going to guess that's the one.
Absolutely.
Second time in this contest.
Face off back in the red zone. Face off won by White. Shot from the point goes wide of the net off the stick of Williams. Up onto the near side, Nolan Williams comes up with it, taps it through a skater to himself, breaks ahead, pressuring in on Waters, swings wide on Waters. Waters defends him well, pushing him wide, but Nolan still gets around, gets a shot off, and forces a save by Miller.
Nice job by Nolan Williams, cutting to the outside, breaking in. Good shot on net.
Parker Brenner will come out now with Eddie Barnes and Trent Schaefer for the red side. Countering on the white side will be the Holloway line. Face off down low, gets thrown back towards the cage, covered up by Miller and held, and we'll do it all over again. 6:06 second period. For those of you joining late here, a 5-1 lead with an early first period offensive rush from the White squad as Regis White takes a 4-goal lead here at the halfway point as we've just started after the ice make here in the second period. Puck goes around the far side. Lutz feeds it out of the zone, cross ice, out of the reach of Holloway, but he forechecks well on Paranjape to win the puck race. Now tapped free there by Trent Schaefer, ends up on the stick of Camden Lai. Camden pinched off the puck there by Paranjape, played back to the point, but Bridges keeps it in. Nice play there by Eddie Barnes to get that puck knocked loose off the stick of Bridges and back down in the corner. Barnes takes it on the half board, fed ahead, but Holloway steals it. Quick shot goes wide of the net of Hernandez and then dumped all the way out and down and just wide for an icing by Schaefer.
We'll see if we can get an update on the other contest, but the other semifinal again is between Castleview and Valor, and the last time we checked it was a 4-1 lead for Valor. Or was it 5-1 last time? I think maybe 5-1. We'll get an update on that game here shortly.
It was 4-1 in the first, and we didn't hear back yet since then.
In between periods, we'll get you guys an update on that game.
Gleason comes out for the face-off here. Won there by Red, by Ian Beck. Chipped up high off the glass and ahead. Mahalik slaps ahead, comes off the leg. Romero defends it well. Now it's loose, and then picked up. Nice play there by Gregory to take it off the stick of Beck. Tapped ahead, but not deep there. But now it slips into the white zone. Played nicely there by Miller to the near side. Backhanded all the way around for Gregory. Mahalik stick lifts there and forces, and the puck gets dumped back in deep by McDonald. Now on the far side, puck taken off of Romero by Beck, and then stepping up is McDonald to knock it back down in onto the glove of Miller. 4:45 of the second period. Face off in the white zone for McBeckville, going up against the Gleason line.
Not quite the flow that we had in the first half of the game, Tom. A lot of whistles.
Pick up there by Mahalik on the boards, takes it off Myhill, but then tap loose by Romero, and Myhill takes it up and out of the zone. Gleason carries ahead, gains the zone. He gets a shot off, stick save made there by Hernandez. On the far side, good pickup by Myhill, shot in, another stick save by Hernandez, back out to the corner. Beck feeds it ahead up the boards, kept in by Zach Lorenzo. Comes back down low, cross ice pass, deflected off of a skate as Gregory was looking for the one-timer on the far side. Now in comes Carson Williams. Carson Williams goes out on the far side, Mahalik's there, taps it out with the backhand and down ice, no icing as Romero goes back. Forecheck pressure coming from Carson Williams. Forces the turnover onto the stick of McDonald. He tries to slip through Romero, gets picked up by Nolan Williams. Nice pass down low, but goes off a Filler's stick. Wraparound shot, great save on the post by Miller, and now loose for Schick. Carter feeds it back, comes around the near side corner, but the only one there briefly was Romero, but a nice steal by Filler. Taken back by Romero, touches it up the boards. Filler trying to dig it free, but now it ends up on the stick of Ihaya, who feeds it ahead. Ihaya taps it into the feet there of McDonald, and coming back is Carter Schick on the back check, picks it up and swings out wide using speed to get a shot opportunity into the glove of Ryan Miller.
Nice shift by Mr. Filler there. He had the right idea on the wraparound. That was a tremendous save on that backside. Getting post to post, Mr. Miller.
Good push off with that left skate, able to get across.
I thought Filler had Miller there.
Yep.
Good
Carter
save.
Schick on the face-off goes back down into the corner. Backhanded up the boards there by Ryan Williams. Now played out and it's loose. Ahaya with a nice touch pass off, and it ends up getting out at the blue line off the stick of Cameron Blackback. Banged right back in by Red to the white zone. Ryan Williams tries the other side, throws it all the way down. See this goaltender change? Getting me messed up with my Ryans.
Millers, Fillers.
Too many Williams on the ice.
Williams. I don't
Gotta
know.
pride myself on keeping them straight, but sometimes even me, I get slipping by on some of these.
I don't know how you do it, buddy.
Beck back out, battles through, puck goes in behind. Beck out there with Skellerud and Osgood. Good step up defensive play by Matthew Carter. Beck able to retrieve at his own blue line, goes out far side there for Osgood. Deflects off his stick. He pushes through the defender, but Ryan Williams able to regain control at the neutral zone. Touched off. Kellen Skellerud slips in front of Holloway there, and then pitches it up off the boards, goes off the skate of Ian Beck and all the way down for an icing. 2:33 of the second period, 5-1 White.
Face off back in the red zone. I think a little more responsible defensively here. So they're clearing the pucks out of the crease. They're moving the puck quickly. A little more offensive time or more time in the offensive zone.
Holloway looks to take the face off, gets taken back to the point. Woody chips it ahead, deflects up and into the glove of Hernandez. Holloway messing around there a little bit with Elijah and chatting there. You're seeing a little bit more of depth bench play from White here, as you had talked about in the break as well. Getting some ice time. You'll see some line shakeups here on both sides with different players getting out in combination. Puck comes up on to a White stick, backhanded ahead there by Camden Lai. Down in deep, Osgood swings around behind his own net, slips out. Stick check there by Holloway. He goes down, and it's taken back by White. Carter Lutz comes in, quick shot high, up over the top of the cage and out the far side, but kept in at the point. Flash down low there by Bridges, wide of the net, into the near side corner. Holloway tries to walk out, then hands that one off for Lutz. Lutz waits, feeds it back down low for Camden. Camden Lai loses the puck there, has to go in and around to the far side, taps it free for Holloway. Holloway's pass gets picked off briefly by Paranjape, comes loose, and it gets banged up out of the zone for an icing by Skellerud.
Yeah, he wanted the line change, but again, they're boxing the metal a little bit better. They're playing their positions a little more soundly in the defensive zone. Those same scoring chances are not presenting themselves. Rebounds are getting cleared. I like Red Team's defensive style here a little bit better than what I saw in the first half. Now let's see them take it to the offensive zone.
See if they can create some chances and narrow this gap. Near side comes to the point. Romero slapper deflects off the stick there of Gleason wide of the net. Picked up and carried around to the far side. Zach Lorenzo takes it to the point, feeds it down low there for Myhill. Max drop pass there for Lorenzo. Pass across. Great backhand shot by Dembeck. Pad save aside there. Now back up high. Gleason has it, bangs it off the boards, but gloved down by Dobbins. Nice play there. Caleb gets it ahead, but not out of the zone as Edison Barnes fumbles it there. So Carson Williams picks it up inside his blue line, takes it up himself. Flips it ahead as pressure came there from Max Myhill. Zach Lorenzo tries to bang it up the far side boards. Gleason gets the deflection and nice touch pass out for Myhill as he breaks ahead. Myhill waits, drop pass. Dembeck goes cross ice looking for Romero. Couldn't get the shot off as it goes through the crease and wide. Now tapped up the near side boards. Gleason hands it back, no one home, and it goes outside the blue line, forcing Lorenzo to regroup at his center ice, and then he carries it in and backhands it in deep. Caleb Dobbins slides down low, puck in between his own net, tries to backhand it free, forechecking pressure, punches it loose there on the stick of Dembeck. Now controlled, dangerous cross-ice pass came off the stick of Damrath, gets out the neutral zone and dumped all the way in, but a touch-up coming as they're still off, as White is still offsides because of the change.
Yeah, they'll give them probably 2 or 3 seconds. If you see that pressure continue, they're not going to risk body contact happening or a check. If that F1 pressure stays in there, they're going to blow the whistle.
And so the puck comes outside the blue line of the red zone. Red Raiders bring McBeckville back on. Beck against Zeno. Zeno wins it ahead, but it ends up on a red stick. Near side, McDonald gets outraced by Ihaya for the puck. Ihaya pushing hard, goes down low.
5 to go in the period.
Pushed off the puck. Ihaya wings out front, turns it off for Manville. Manville throws it behind Mahalik. He can't get it, but time's expiring on the period. And we'll go to the third with the same 5-1 lead. No tallies in the second half since the ice make.
All right, I'm going to leave you do what you do best, which is here, commentate in the intermission. I'm going to sneak over, take a look at that other game, and get you guys an update on the other semifinal.
We'll see where that Valor matchup is going here in just a couple of minutes. For those of you out there watching, we'll get the link out, I'm assuming, for the finals later. 3 p.m. start for the finals matchup, the championship game here today at the Ice Ranch in the afternoon. So 3 p.m. Mountain Time for those of you that will be turning in. As we go to the third period, definitely a little noticeable between the line shakeups and playing some different players. And obviously hard not to take the foot off the gas there for White. So they've kind of backed off a bit. But I think the pressure and the structure definitely defensively by Red does look better there in the second half of the second period. The question will be is, can Red mount an offensive flow, an offensive attack? I think this third period should be an opportunity for them to see if they can't push their offensive zone pressure, at the very least forcing White to bring back their top players and forcing them to exert a little bit more effort here through the third, and not just allowing them to take their foot off the gas and run this one out here in the next 17 minutes. So update coming from the other side.
It is 4-2 for Valor over Castleview.
So Castleview shaved one off there after the 4-1 lead in the first period, and they must be at least partway into the third over there.
There's 7 minutes to go in the third period.
So it's late.
And that's one of the things that was concerning. You know, you got the Regis boys that are going to play a hard-fought contest over on this side. Valor's got a very talented squad, and if they had run that score up at all, they probably were going to be able to rest their top players and come into the championship very strong. But Castleview is giving them a run for their money.
Castleview can be physical, as we saw earlier in this tournament, and that physicality definitely could wear a little bit on Valor leading into the next matchup. Puck gets knocked out here on the faceoff, backhanded in deep by White all the way down as the Zeno lines out. Zeno tries to lift there on McDonald. Good defensive play, feeds it up on the half boards, but deflects into the feet of Mahalik. Tries a back one to have for Beck, gets turned over onto the stick of Zeno. Zeno shot with a nice save there, and then a cover by Elijah Hernandez. Beck was just outside of the reach of that backhand pass. Mahalik was looking for Beck to break, and instead Zeno flashed through, picked it up, and created the scoring opportunity.
4 solid goaltenders in this program, Tom, and that's demonstrated again by both the goaltenders who have come in and back up. But some nice saves there by Mr. Hernandez.
Running clock here in the third with the 4-goal lead, so far it's 16-13 and running. Puck goes all the way down in the far side corner. McDonald in a battle there with Holloway. Gets poked loose, but now Holloway comes up with it. Waits, walks out, chipped off a stick, comes onto the near side where Mahalik picks it up, bangs it off the boards up and out. Probably should be head up there looking probably for Manville, as they need a little bit more of an offensive flow break and not just a dump out. Shot comes in from Camden Lai as the puck got thrown back in the zone. That went over the top of the net, loose on the side, and the ref takes his time on a whistle waiting on a whistle for a puck that he probably couldn't see for at least 2 or 3 seconds there.
Well, when they don't see it, they're supposed to blow it.
Yeah, so a little late on the whistle. Hernandez probably looking at him going, what do I got to do here to get a whistle? 15:30 now, running clock here in the third as the Schick line comes out. Schick, Filler, and Williams. Or no, actually, no, it looks like they got possibly, oh no, it is Carter. So the Williams is out. Nolan on the far side boards, knocks it off a skate. Good stick lift there by White to kick it free, but Schick does a good job of getting ahead, gets bodied off the puck and into the linesman. Pinched off there by Zach Lorenzo. That shot deep, goes off a stick, no icing. Romero back in his own end, goes down as Williams is forechecking. Now picked up and tipped as it's still kept in the zone there. Fed across by Paranjape, but Filler can't get there, and it gets back out to neutral zone ice.
Yeah, the ref ran out of real estate there. That looked like a breakout for Schick, too.
Yeah, Schick again trying to feed that by. A bad break for him. Now onto the stick of Williams. Quick little touch pass there for Filler, but he can't control. Knocked out of the zone for Gleason. Gleason waits. 2-on-1 rush coming in. Gregory tries to go back for Gleason. Good back checking there by Jape. Stops it. And here comes Schick now again. Linesman again impeding Schick but he gets through and controls the puck down in deep. Working in behind, waits, tries to throw one out front there for an on-rushing Osgood. Osgood comes up with it, feeds back to the point for Jape, but it gets through Perrin Jape and out to neutral zone ice as the Red Raiders touch up. Carson Williams dumps it all the way down in deep on the near side board. Deflects off a stick picked up by Waters, backhanded ahead onto the stick of Carson Williams. Throws it towards the front, but looks like it gets blocked there by Gleason. Never gets through. Now taken by McDonald, kept in the zone briefly, and he dumps it in deep. Comes back there to lift, nice stick lift on Romero. Beck works it free and back to the point for McDonald. McDonald has to dump it around the boards and all the way in deep. Flipped up and out by White all the way down ice and just deep enough for an icing.
Fair to note that there was 2 different linesmen that took out shift on that last shift.
Schick is making friends with all the linesmen here as he's rushing up the boards.
He's got to be going off the ice thinking this is a 5-on-7.
So now we'll get the Parker-Brenner line coming out. Parker taking the face off there, wins it back for Trent Schaefer, goes to the point for McDonald, comes cross for Carson Williams, shot in with a nice screen in front there by Edison Barnes, and it's deflected aside by the pad of Miller. On the near side corner, digging for the puck there, won by Woody, feeds it out the far side. Bridges comes across to pick it up, chips it up off the boards and out, glove down there by McDonald, but a great play by Zeno, anticipating the glove down, controls the puck as he comes on, feeds it back to the point for Woody, sticked aside there by Hernandez, and a nice play by Edison Barnes to get it up and out onto the stick of Schaefer. Schaefer comes in, Trent pulls up, and just off sides as he pulled it back is Parker-Brenner. Running. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, good to see some 5-on-5 hockey, even strength play throughout the entire game. Second game in a row, only 1 penalty last time, and then none thus far through this contest.
Between the red and white teams.
Is that a byproduct of the 2 teams kind of just knowing each other, a little more fair play, or is it them just let refs letting them play?
I think it's more the players. I think it's hard for these players to take that aggressive of a stance on each other, knowing who you're going against. You're just not going to see that extra aggressive play that sometimes leads to the penalties that we often see.
I'd agree. There's been an absence of the big hits in this particular game.
Perrin Jape with the puck behind his own net, slips out and off the boards, plays it ahead. Forecheck pressure there from Camden Lai, keeps the puck in the zone. Jake Kroll has to go all the way back down low and take that puck in, battling with Holloway. Holloway forcing Kroll out. Puck comes loose on the half board on the far side. Trent Schaefer in there digging with Brenner, trying to bring it out. Brenner chips it off the boards. Holloway waits, slings out with it, but then gets stick checked, comes right on the stick of Lutz, and then blocked off a skate and wide to the corner. And instead, Trent Schaefer says, I'm going to wing it all the way down ice for an icing at 11:05. So face-off back in the red zone. Like to see some offensive flow here out of red, but still good defensive posture from White, good consistency, not letting him get set up in the offensive zone.
Yeah, the things have settled down for sure in the defensive zone for the red team. We've got the McBeckville line coming out here, I believe, or did they mix it up?
Yeah.
McBeckville's out there.
Tap loose by Mahalik, goes around Ryan Williams and down. Waters there, but oversteps it. Fed back from Mahalik, shot, just wide of the net as a great turnover opportunity and a nice feed from Manville. And Mahalik got good wood, but wide. Standing his ground there was Alex Gregory, and that forces a turnover and an odd man rush for Gleason. Tries to go across, back checking Beck, deflects it on net, forcing a great save by Hernandez on his own man's deflection. Now Beck slides in, puck ends up knocked down low. Carson Williams retrieves, plays it back in the corner, waits back, hands it around for Matthew Carter, comes all the way up to the half boards. Mahalik is there, and then he lets it go as Beck feeds it out, trying to get a stretch to Manville. Manville down in on Waters. Waters wins the battle, feeds it far side for Gregory, and tipped out of the zone. Gleason backhands that one ahead all the way down, and Matthew Carter, with forecheck pressure from Dembeck, comes in, and backhands it loose for Beck. Beck is there, slips around one man, pushes through the middle. Mahalik with him, feeds it off for Damrath. Damrath has to backhand it low, and then Beck tries to go back to Damrath. He gets defended well there by Myhill and ends up being picked up by Dembeck and carried out. Dembeck slips around. Nice move there on McDonald, but ends up going in behind the net. No damage done as Paranjape is able to pick it up and give space for McDonald to break out. Liam comes through the middle, pushes ahead, slips two men, puck gets deflected out to the far side, banged hard around the boards there by White. Comes to the point for Paranjape. He shoots one in that goes harmlessly into the glove of Miller and held.
Dembeck on that last rush, demonstrating that it's not just a big shot he has, but he's got some sweet hands as well.
Carter Schick's line will come out. Nolan Williams on his right, but they've got Damrath on the left. Williams tries to step through. Schick comes up with it briefly, but now it's carried up and out by Cameron Balapat. He chips it ahead with an area pass, and another odd man rush as Ihaya slips it far side back to Ihaya. Oh, and it goes wide as Ihaya had a good chance on a nice feed there from Max Myhill. Now breaking out is Schick. Carter comes ahead 1-on-3 and does what he does best, which is beat players and get an offensive scoring chance. Backhanded back in there from the point by Carson Williams, but gloved down and held by Bridges as he breaks out on the far side for Ihaya, and Connor chips it in deep. There should be a call, but the refs have swallowed the whistle there, as that was definitely a hit after the puck was gone.
They missed a hold on Schick as well. Against Schick, I should say.
Again, yes, as he was going down ice. Luke Damrath fumbles but finds the puck in his feet, does a good job, but Romero calmly sweeps the puck off of his stick and carries it ahead. Fresh on the ice, Romero gets stick check there. Good defensive play made there by Beck. Beck then trying to tap it ahead for Nolan Williams, but can't. So Carson Williams comes in and backhands it out of the zone to the neutral zone, hops over the stick of Romero, back down into the white zone. Romero comes near side, chips it off the boards. Holloway's there. Excuse me. Yes, Holloway was there trying to backhand it to himself. Skellerud actually gets good position there defensively and sweeps the puck away, and then regained by Holloway, and he feeds a perfect pass out for Alex Gregory, who just can't quite get the shot off, and it ends up in the glove of Hernandez.
7 minutes to go in the third period, run clock.
Carter Schick comes right back out after a short break, takes the face off there, wins it over. Crowell can't get there, so Camden Lai, I believe, in there battling, and now it's on to the stick of Holloway. Holloway on the near side boards gets pinched off the puck there, tied up by Paranjape. Schick in support. Schick backhands it loose for Paranjape. Holloway comes around, trying to slow the man up, but it gets out of the zone, hops through Skellerud at the point, and that gives room for Romero to swing ahead around and down in this offensive zone. Paranjape forces Romero wide. Good stick check there. Romero has to regain control, loop behind the net, hands that one off to Lorenzo, and Lorenzo dumps it in deep for Holloway. Gregory tried to backhand that one out front. Instead, Red's able to control, and Schick breaks ahead now with a shot for Osgood that's sticked aside there by Miller. Far side is Skellerud. Skellerud goes across again for Osgood. Shot into the body of Miller and knocked down and covered. Osgood with a couple of shots there.
Yeah.
And scoring chances from some open ice.
Yeah, beautiful pass, finding him on the back door. I think worthy of mention too, Schick has had a heck of a game today or as well.
Yes.
Shown his speed, his shot. It's a big boy.
Parker Brenner back out here with Schaefer and Edison Barnes. Barnes tries to knock that loose, ends up in the skates of the linesman again, hops past the D, and now we got a breakout for Lutz, 2-on-1. Matthew Carter walks back, Lutz slides, sticked aside there by Hernandez. Now fed in deep by Ryan Williams, waits down on the half board, comes back to Williams at the point. He looks for a shot, no lane, fans on the shot, and now pressure from Barnes. Almost gets it out, but it's not out of the zone, kept in by Ihaya. Connor slides down on the far side corner, bodied off the puck there by Matthew Carter. Good defensive play. Sauce pass ahead for Barnes. He goes cross ice outside of the reach of Trent Schaefer, and Waters calmly feeds it ahead in the neutral zone. Parker Brenner comes in, sweeps that up, and backhands down low. Barnes in on pressure for Ryan Williams, goes into the feet of the ref, and the first bounce goes in favor of Red as they're able to keep the puck in the zone off the skates of the ref. Fed all the way up high, out and down for an icing by the White squad.
Matthew Carter with a few good defensive plays there. He was the last man back on a 2-on-1. Good hustle, good way to break it up, and some good contact in the corner. Good shift by Matthew Carter.
McBeckville back out against Zeno. Tap loose, can't quite find it. It gets back to handed ahead and onto the stick of Gregory. Alex comes ahead looking for Zeno. Zeno sweeps it up, waits, chips it around a man down in deep. That's taken off and chips through the defense at the point. Bridges can't get there. He hustles back. Mahalik forechecking Bridges, forces him to reverse here in the boards. Bridges carrying it up. Pressure support there comes from Manville, forces the turnover onto the stick of Carson Williams. Williams wheels, goes with Mahalik as he breaks up. Williams feeds it ahead, but everyone was frozen up at the blue line waiting and no speed into the corner. Now Beck gets a stick on him. Mahalik taps it back, but out of the reach of Beck. Goes to the point, but kept in by Dobbins. In the feet there, White able to get it up and out, and we got a 3-on-2 developing, but back checking is Beck and Mahalik to close that down. Cameron Black cuts to the front. Puck is controlled there by Zeno. Zeno wheels wide, goes around, down into the corner. Played by Cameron Blackbat. Fed across looking for Zeno. Goes off the stick of Hernandez and out to the near side corner. Deflected shot from the point goes wide of the cage. Ends up on the stick of Dobbins. He tries to go up the boards, gets thrown back towards the net. Carson Williams plays it off and ends up on the stick of Zeno, who breaks in as White's now has some offensive zone pressure. Zeno wheels, throws one off the side of the post. And now on to Dobbins, who sends it to the point but kept in nicely by Bridges. Fed outside there from the corner to Zeno. Pass goes through him. Now tipped back down low there by Woody onto the stick of Zeno. Zeno slips one man, cuts to the front. Shot for Gregory. Pad save made there by Hernandez at 2:31 as this red line's late in their shift.
Oh, that is off the coach.
And needs a breather, and they get it as it's dumped into the bench by Beck. Tucci looks fine.
Yeah.
As that deflected in hard
he's
to the red bench.
He's not showing it, but he's got to be hurting somewhere.
It's like it went off the helmet of a player and into Tucci.
Okay.
2:08, third period. Myhill, face-off down, won by Crowell battles, sticked in behind the net by Hernandez, punched at and out front by Lai, but now back into the far side corner. Nolan Williams in support, gets out positioned there by Myhill, dumped back down low by White. All the way around, Crowell comes to the near side, goes off a skate and kept in by Myhill, tries to slip ahead. Camden Lai taps into the point. Lorenzo with a nice pass across, handoff for Myhill. Stick save made by Hernandez on good puck work there by White, and now it comes onto the stick of Carter Schick breaking ahead. Great back checking work there,
play.
but now Carter Schick still finds a way to get that puck in on net, forcing Miller to make a save as Camden Lai was back checking hard and took that puck free. Now it ends up on a White stick, breaking out as Myhill as he pushes up, trying to go around there on Crowell.
No call.
Crowell doesn't get the call as he knocks him down. Probably could have been a trip, but this late in the contest, I think the refs have swallowed the whistle.
I don't think they have him.
Crowell goes far side for Nolan Williams. Step up there by Zach Lorenzo in a little offensive push up. Forces the puck in deep. Crowell battling. Thrown out front. Positioned there well is Paranjape. He tries to push ahead past Gregory. Gets the pass fed back, but it goes off his skate and stays outside. So he's offside and regroups as we get a reversal here with Gleason flashing ahead. Now back to Romero at the point. He goes far side. Lorenzo gets a shot deflected into the feet, slides wide of Hernandez. In behind is Holloway. Holloway battling, comes up with the puck, shoots across, looking for a cross-ice pass there to Gleason on the far side post, but it gets deflected loose and out of trouble. McDonald for Red, taps it backhand ahead. Schaefer has it, looks through, throws it off the stick of Osgood, deflected ahead, and played by Romero.
10 to go in the period.
Last 10 seconds of the matchup here. Trent Schaefer has it, keeps it in. Romero plays it back, feeds it all the way around the boards far side, should exhaust the time as White ties it up. And in a little response to Lutz late in the game, Osgood comes in after the whistle, flips one up over the shoulder of Miller into the net, Probably no more cool than what Lutz did in the first period, but maybe just a little message.
And I'd say Miller reacted to that a little more than what we saw Bussy in the first one, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Handshake lines will go through. White, with an impressive performance, comes away with the 5-1 win. And they move on to the finals this afternoon at 3 p.m. against the winner of the Valor and Castleview.
Yeah, the last
matchup.
update. The last update we had, it's still 4-2. Was the
that was the
over?
final.
So maybe with a few minutes left.
I expect that game should be over as they started a couple minutes ahead of us here. But we'll get you confirmation later for the finals matchup. Raiders go through, handshake line.
Well, in either way, we're going to have the Regis Raiders White on at 3 p.m. this afternoon. I think it's going to be up against Valor. I could be wrong, but looking for a little rematch there. Should be a great contest.
Should be. We'll look forward to it. See you here at 3 p.m. for that finals matchup in the championship game of the Twisted Wrister.
Tom, spectacular job. Like I said, it's a challenging one. We got all the boys that we're intimately familiar with here. We got the wrong numbers between the helmets and the jerseys. We got the wrong colors on between the red and the white. You did a heck of a job staying on pace there throughout the entire contest.
I appreciate that. Just always great to watch our boys on the ice. Always a hard one as observers to watch Regis on Regis. You don't want to see either side go down in these matchups, but I think our boys showed that the effort is always there regardless of how the outcome is. Now quite quiet moment of prayer here for the boys as they wrap up at center ice together. Great to see it, fellas. I know Red will be stung a little bit from this one as they don't feel good about it going into the locker room, but they'll come back, and these matchups are always going to be something through this fall season that they're going to have to be ready for.
Let's see them take it out on whomever they play next weekend.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be back in action in a few hours, everybody.
See you guys later.